I think once you take that course, you can't go back. You think faster. You are tuned into technology in a different way. You're tuned into the exponential nature of it and the cross-pollination of different industries. I think it's hugely valuable for both myself as a consultant and for all my clients. I originally went through the certification because I'm a coach. I coach for my business practice, and this was another tool set to put into my toolbox. I find that it's affected my thinking about just about everything I touch. Whether I'm thinking about a construction client who's trying to implement new technologies, create a community in order to grow and scale a business that will affect how people live, where they live, the kinds of homes they build, or if it's in healthcare, I just see these attributes as a way for people to get their hands around something tangible that they can do now for the future. Sometimes that feels overwhelming, and I know the future scares the crap out of a lot of people, but I think it's exciting. I think we're alive at one of the most exciting and maybe challenging times that humanity has faced. And I think this community of brilliant people, of good-hearted people who really, truly want to create a better place for humanity, I think it's an amazing community to be involved in. Certification, I think it's good for the right person. I don't think everybody is a match for this. But I think if you want to change the future, if you're passionate about technology and helping companies thrive, if you're willing to put a little bit of work into it, because it does take time. It does take a little bit of an investment. I think it's, for me personally, it was well worth it. I don't think I would be the same person if I hadn't taken it. I mean, I think it's a pivot point in my own learning, that I think faster, I think more broadly as far as possibilities orthogonally, within communities, within technologies, within platforms. So yeah, I think it's super important.
After joining ExO, I get certified as a coach, as an ambassador, and as a trainer. And through the certification process, I met some amazing people, and I learned and started applying the tools, concepts, and ExO methodology with some of my clients, and which they're already seeing significant result in terms of accelerating their business success. So the certification, in my view, is worth the investment in both time and money by 10x. Certified, you will be making a big impact, and you'll become part of an elite group of coaches where you could start supporting companies, communities, and even countries transform and solve some of the toughest challenges we have by leveraging abundance, your own expertise, and the ExO methodology to the benefit of humanity.
My ExO certification was worth the time because it allowed me to go deeper into coaching the ExO methodology and continue my engagement with the amazing members of the ExO community. The ExO certification increases your expertise using the ExO framework and makes you a better transformational coach. I decided to get certified to better unlock digital value for my customer. It was a great opportunity to further develop my transformative skill and my exponential leadership. I suggest the ExO certification program to members of the community interested in helping others with the transformational projects. It is a great avenue for everyone to unlock potential.
Your certification will enable you to be recognized as a leader in the open ExO community that understands the attributes and the values and how to execute projects that would transform an organization, institution, or people to grow exponentially. By getting certification, you essentially gain the trust and the accreditation that would be given to the people who have gone through the program and have shown to be able to understand and implement the projects. Shows that you are committed to helping people use the ExO model to help transform themselves and the organizations to an exponential mindset. Essentially, get certified so that you get recognized. For me, it was to understand how the whole process worked and to prove to myself that this process actually does enable organizations, institutions, and people to be able to be transformed to grow exponentially. So if you're thinking about getting the certification, don't wait. Make sure you go to it. It is a sustainable way to also enable yourself to earn an income and do good for the world.
In order to help companies to transform and in order to experience the methodology yourself before you teach it to somebody else, you need to go through the certification. It's super important that you have experience where the teams are going to experience, because the sprint and the different services that we are offering to companies are work in a very stretch mode. You know, we get people out of the comfort zone and we challenge people a lot. So you need to be ready to help them, and you need to know how that feeling is. So by going through the certification, you go through the whole process. So when you are in a real case, you know, because you have been there before. And I think it's super important that people just not read a book with the theoretical part of it, but they also go get certified, experience it, and get the skills that they need, because coaching is very different than consulting and other things, and you need those skills to be practiced. And the best way is to get with other people that are going through the same process. We have launched a lot of certifications, and they have been great so far in getting the learn by doing and the inductive approach of learning.
The certification process will make you credible in front of your customers if you wish to use the ExO model. But there is another big value to it, and that is that you'll get the chance to go through the ExO methodology as a team member, as someone who is being coached. So you experience all that the people in your teams will experience once you become an ExO advisor or an ExO coach. And it will be so much easier to work with the people if you understand the bottlenecks, the challenges, the big aha moments that they are going through when they are participating in any of your ExO programs. If you are thinking about taking the certification, you are just making the right decision. Make sure you dedicate enough time to be able to focus on the process. You will learn a lot. Sometimes you'll be put out of your comfort zone, but definitely you'll be spending time with really amazing people that are fun to work together with. And it's going to be an exciting journey.
The certification allowed me to have a 360 degrees overview of the sprint process, as well as to better understand the crucial role of the coach. You will have a complete understanding of the ExO model, as well as of the consulting or coaching process. So, do I recommend you to complete the certification? Of course! Sign up today and embrace the ExO movement that is transforming the world. If you are thinking about taking the certification, I would just recommend that you don't think too much and you act now. If you want really to help companies to innovate, to gain some time facing external disruption, and at the same time help them to create the future, then you have to act now and go ahead.
I look to engage with ecosystem and would love to meet like-minded people in telecommunications, blockchain, Internet of Things, sensors, artificial intelligence, and education. This year, I plan to continue my ExO certification roadmap and implement it on my business in one or more projects before the end of this year. I am currently working on computing and internet service automation. Finally, I'm excited to work with other ecosystem members, and if you have interest in service provider, or internet and blockchain domain, then reach out and let's drive the ecosystem value together.
I've recently completed the Level 1 Foundation certification, and I would highly recommend it as a very good introduction to the ExO model and the ExO attributes. These are essential for companies to assist them in adopting an exponential growth model that will help them into the future. So I would recommend it. Entry point, join me as I continue with the Open ExO community and continue with the certification tracks.
With the fourth industrial revolution, there's a great amount of opportunity as well as uncertainty. The certification gives you the skills, the confidence, and the connections to seize the opportunity. They'll gain the competence and the confidence and the connections to create new business outcomes. They'll have credibility within their business and in the broader global business community. Rather than talking about the possibilities or risks associated with the fourth industrial revolution, gain the ability to respond in a practical, hands-on way and have a lot of fun in the process. The ExO team are fantastic at bringing together people and having a lot of fun in the process. Rather than talking about innovation and disruption and how to respond to the opportunities and threats, I wanted a practical, evidence-based, as well as credible approach to engaging current and future clients. I would say to them, where is the world going and what's your role in it? If you want to create new business outcomes beyond what you can sit here and imagine, then get certified and the possibilities will unfold. And you'll be a part of creating the future rather than scrambling and wondering about how to deal with the uncertainty that it contains.
The certifications, yes, that got me started. But the inclusivity of the community, the appeal of the community, the culture of the community, that really keeps me going even today. So community is an integral part. It's not the certification alone. Community and the certification together, I think that makes it complete. I would say the gains from this certification is a little different as compared to any other. No, it doesn't help you to get a job. But what it helps you is to really cut down on some of the stuff, the leading edge stuff that you are trying out today, something that would offer a 5x to a 10x exponential benefit, because you don't have to intuitively try many different alternate possibilities. But when you have the science with 11 possible constructs, you have a ready-made stuff available with you, complete with a platform to try out and experiment different possibilities of a business model. And that's where lies the real power of Open ExO and the ExO certification. I would recommend the certification primarily because it's simple, it's fun, it's rigorous, and it straight away gives you a license to operate in the exponential economy. Something otherwise you would have taken a much longer time frame. And why you would do the certification? I think it's fairly simple. Because it is simple, it is fun, yet it's extremely rigorous, and it really helps you get a practitioner's perspective. It is not about something that you read from some equations and frameworks, but it will actually help you immerse yourself into a practitioner's world. And that is what will really help you get the real essence of the theme of exponential and ExO, an exponential organization. If you are thinking about certification, yet you're not very sure, I would say just think of Nike. Just do it. I'm sure you won't regret.
I'm truly excited to be part of the Open ExO system that I joined around 1 year ago. And since then I have completed all the ExO certifications, and I'm now focusing on delivering ExO services such as workshops and sprints. Mostly in the Benelux region for now, Belgium, Netherlands and Luxembourg.